EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, it's Singletary. Sheds him off at the 45.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Singletary. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Allen flushed to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. No score after 1 on EA Sports. first and 10 at the 11. They will run with Singletary. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And now they'll throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Tommy Sweeney from 4 yards out. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. To throw is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Jones. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. Crosby with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain there for the Bills. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Rolling to his right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Allen again. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Bills. Devin Singletary from 10 yards out. And the Bills have retaken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On the move to his left. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground with a tight end. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers into the secondary past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd down and goal. Allen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. and this one winds up being intercepted.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it with Dillon. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 58, boy. 58. Come on.
Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And that that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Moss. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To the air. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Singletary. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him in the ballgame now on 14 carries. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a run with Singletary. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, You can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Complete, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds as he does pick up a first down here with exactly a half a minute to go. Back to throw, Rodgers. Dancing to his left. He hits Adams complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
To throw is Rodgers, escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Rodgers to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, Adams, what a grab. And he'll be out of bounds. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were
right?
standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.